Well, greetings friends, and welcome to my van office. Not a bad setup really, is it, for a camping chair, a camping table, both of which you've seen before, and, well, that's it really, but it works really well. Now, I've actually done a fair bit of work out of this home office, van office. I had my laptop set up here. As you can see, I have new windows, which is the whole point about this video, but I sat here, worked on my laptop for quite a few hours. It was a beautiful thing. First and foremost, my upload schedule has been a bit sketchy of late, and I have to apologize for that, but there's kind of nothing I can do. Outside of YouTube, I have a full-time job, I'm a parent, I have a side business, and other things obviously in my life, but I will do my very best. Next point is the fact that we have surpassed 100 subscribers. So thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed. It really does make a difference. Next target obviously is 1,000, and we're going to try and get to that because then things change significantly on YouTube once you've hit 1,000. So hopefully we can get to that in the next sort of, I don't know, probably year or so, being realistic. So if I could ask a favor, if you have a social media account of any description, grab one of these videos, share it on there, and spread the word. That'd be great. Now, I know that quite often YouTubers do a 100 subscriber, 1,000 subscriber, etc. special, or a dedicated video to that. Now, I briefly toyed with the idea of doing something like that, and I thought I was going to do maybe a gear video or a your gear doesn't matter kind of discussion point video. I do kind of feel like I'd want to do one, but I'm a little bit out of ideas, so if you guys have an idea of what you think I should do for the 100 subscriber video, chuck it down below in the comments and I'll have a read, and if there's a good idea, I'll do that. And so now we come to the point of the video, which is the windows. Now obviously this van came with no windows other than the sliding door window. The other point about it, of course, is that there wasn't a window there, so when my daughter was traveling in her child seat, she couldn't actually see out of the window at all, which was probably a huge pain, especially seeing as though we were going, hey, look at that cool thing out that side. And she's like, really? So we had these windows fitted aftermarket by a place called Team Windscreens. So here is the last shot that you will see probably on this channel of the van without the windows. So I wanted to do a quick whip around the van one last time with no windows in it, just so we had a contemporary vision of what that looked like. And obviously, you know, having giant holes cut in the side of your van is a bit of a daunting prospect.
Now that we've finished cutting out our metal panels, we're going to prime up with some Sika Primer 207. Then we're going to put on our molding. Then we're going to prime up the glass with some Sika Activator Pro. And then we're going to be using Sika Tack Pro to stick the windows in. It would be so handy if I was like a foot shorter in this job. This mold, and then once that's done, we're just going to crimp it up with some special crimpers I've got. A lot of the fitters have been asking for a long time to get one that is even wider than this, specifically for this car.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. A lot of the time on the edges of the glass you get inconsistencies in the gaps where the ceramic comes to the edge. So what I do is I put some Sika 207 and I prime the edge of the glass to cover up those gaps so it's all blacked out. Otherwise, when it's up against the car, it just doesn't look very good. You get, yeah, those gaps. Especially on sliders, because they've got this drain port that tends to go through the clear part, and you can see it, which is not good. It just wipes on like so.
So this is what basically makes the glue stick.
Correct. Coming close. And pretty much we just rest the edge of the nozzle against the lip of the molding.
Yeah.
That's why it's so nice and straight.
And there you have it. So that's how it was done. So now let's go and check out these windows. I'll do a proper outside version once I've actually had a chance to clean the thing, but we can certainly have a look on the inside and see how they're fitted in. Now you can see the window's got these locks and sliders, so this is how the window actually opens. So basically, if it's locked in, you need to push down on that, but if not, you can just slide that across and it locks into two different positions. One is semi-closed like that, and one is all the way shut. So it provides probably a good bit of security whilst at the same time being pretty easy to operate, although that button does take a fair bit of force, so a little kid probably wouldn't be able to open it themselves. And the one on the side here is pretty much identical. And looking at the setup from the back of the van, you can now see that there is a huge amount of light coming in. Yep, obviously we have significantly reduced the level of privacy as well if we're sleeping in the back of the van, so we will need to get some sort of a window cover situation going on, but well, that's one thing you have to consider when you're doing these windows is what do you need more? Right, well there you have it. I'm very happy with the result. The first big thing I suppose that we had to do for the van is now done, and next stage is probably that sucker, which, you know, if the windows were scary, yeah. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Really appreciate subscriptions, likes, shares, all that sort of stuff. You know, I won't bother you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. When YouTubers do a 100 subscriber, I can't even say the word subscriber.